Bryce Brialt in the 2B. That is row 10. John Kuhn to 92. Chris Jakubiak to 357. That's row 11. Row 12 to 316 at David Zelker and Chris Bisson's 435. As we're going to get yellow for an incident down here between the see the damage on the right front corner of the 01 car. No lap shown complete. That happened going into turn number 1 on the initial go-round. The rowdy one, Mark Birch, going to set the pace from the inside front row. Outside of him, Walter Cook with the 47. Gerard Leclerc in the 71, the 32, Aron DeLeese. Leclerc had a good strong run in his qualifier earlier. Keep an eye on him with that 71 machine. Hasn't got a feature event win to his credit yet, but he's been close. Leclerc restarting from back there on the inside of row 2. Down to turn number 1 they go, up through the corner and now down the back straightaway. The 76 of Birch showing the way. Good side-by-side race and back here through the pack. Got him 3 wide back here, 4th position, just outside the top 10. There's Dylan Madsen up on the outside, wheeling the high side of the raceway. One of the Vendetti boys right there with him. That is the 21 of James Vendetti. Vendetti got a little wide that time up here off of turn number 4. There's Madsen working up on the outside of the 216 of Phil Arnold. Going to work on Walter Cook's 47 now. Things going to tighten up on the front now as the rowdy one going to feel some pressure. Ron DeLeese and the 71 of Gerard Leclerc had come right to the backside of Mark Birch's number 76. These 2 drivers have some open wheel experience. Birch moving up from the full fender class. And there Birch trying to fend off a challenge from DeLeese, that time down in turn 3. Birch out front, DeLeese and the 71 of Leclerc run 2nd and 3rd. Here's Tommy D'Angelo now, moving up to spot number 4. And here comes Dylan Madsen up into the top 5 with the 89 car. Birch trying to hold off. Oh, we got yellow. Yellow is out once again. Yellow lights are on. Incident down here in turn 4. Right here off of turn number 4. Looks like 4 cars involved. Sustained down there. The Jakubiak car. Here tonight from the front end of the field. Got a real good looking race car. The rowdy one has always been famous for taking pride in the appearance of his cars. His street stocks were second to none as far as appearance went. And you can see this sportsman, certainly they did their work as well. Sharp looking automobile, and tonight it runs as good as it looks. Ron DeLeese has been all over him. He's shown a little patience with Birch. He had not pushed the issue. But now with a little more precipitation, we'll see if that may change here as we go back to green. Looks like they're going to pick the pace up here off of turn number 2. Birch going to fire first. At least that's the way it's supposed to happen when they roll down off at turn number 4. He's got Gerard Leclerc right there behind him to make sure that is the way it works. As they work off at turn number 4, Birch will mash the gas. Here's the lead coming right along with him down to turn number 1. Birch and DeLeese. Gerard Leclerc right there with him. Tommy D'Angelo now going to feel pressure. Oh, we got yellow. Yellow is out. A car over in turn number 2, make it 2. Got 2 cars up here on the south side of the raceway. Chris Crane Jr. the wall after contact with the outside retaining wall after the restart. We're going to go back to green as they come off at turn number 4. Rodney Birch going to mash the gas and try and run away and hide here. They work their way down here through turn 1 and 2. Vendetti going to make his way back up on the raceway. James Vendetti with the 21B, the plain white wrapper. Not going to show in the lineup where he came out. As they make their way down here up at turn number 2. 2-car breakaway up on the front. Gerard Leclerc trying to get back to him. Here comes Dylan Madsen now. Down to the inside of Tommy D'Angelo. Now here's DeLeese. DeLeese going to send it into the high side. DeLeese going to take the long way around. He and Rowdy Birch come together off the corner. DeLeese was using some patience. We got one off the pace on the front stretch. That's the 122 of Dave Piccini. Piccini going back to the infield area here. As the field comes down off of turn number 2, here comes Dylan Madsen off the top side. He'll now challenge the 76 of Mark Birch. He'll take over 3rd spot. 8 laps in as they work their way, now quicken off 9. As they work down the back straightaway, Ron DeLeese up on the point. Bringing him down through turn 3 and 4. Going to bring him off of corner number 4 and down to the halfway sign. This time by 10 are in and 10 remain. Halfway point has been met. Race will be considered complete if we do see weather from here. As they come down into turn number 3, Dylan Madsen working up on the high side of the raceway. Ron DeLeese Jr. up on the front of this one, leading the way down to turn number 1. Gerard Leclerc. About a car length off the back deck as they work off at turn number 2. 3rd spot is Dylan Madsen. 4th spot, Mark Birch. Tommy D'Angelo rounds out your top 5. But it's a 3-car breakaway up on the front of this one down to turn number 1. Here's Leclerc looking down to the inside. Now got to go to the outside with him up there is the 89 of Madsen. Madsen going even wider as they work up off of turn number 4. Dylan Madsen got a run going up on the high side of the raceway. He pulls to the outside of Leclerc. He'll be your new 2nd place man. Now he sets sight, sets sail behind the 32 of Ron DeLeese. Madsen, a 2-time winner. DeLeese still trying to get the victory lane. Ron DeLeese out front. Dylan Madsen bearing down on him. Coming in a hurry as they work up off of turn number 2. About a car length separate the 2. Down the back stretch to turn 3. Dylan Madsen trying to run down Ron DeLeese Jr. They'll come to the 3-quarter mark. 15 are in and 5 to go. Here for Ron DeLeese. Here comes Madsen down to the inside. Madsen trying to get a run on your leader, Ron DeLeese Jr. DeLeese trying to keep Madsen pinned down there. Traffic up ahead of your leaders as they make their way down here into turn number 1. We'll see how Ron DeLeese decides to go. Will he go inside? Will he go outside? Dylan Madsen able to see which way he's going to go. He'll set his plan just the opposite as Madsen now gets choked up down to the inside. And that's going to allow the 71 of Gerard Leclerc to make his way back by Madsen. Coming to 2 to go this time by. It's going to be 2 to go when they come to the line. It's going to be Ron DeLeese first to see the parallel flag. He'll navigate his way through traffic up around the 34 car as they work up off of turn number 2. Down the back stretch. He clears Grogan now coming up. Grogan takes your second place car high as they come off of turn number 4. Now the 71 of Leclerc clears the Grogan machine. Yellow lights are on. Yellow lights are on for a car turned around down here in turn 4. Your early leader, that's Mark Birch. On the inside, that allowed Gerard Leclerc to make his way back by Madsen for the second spot. Tommy D'Angelo's still in the hunt. He's going to restart from 4th as they come down here into turn 1. Phil Arnold with the 216 up into the 5th restarting position. Craig Hooley outside of him with the number 98. Keeping an eye on the sky now, the precipitation getting a little bit stronger. And that may fall into the hands of Ron DeLeese. DeLeese still looking for the win. Win number 1 here in 2021. So the precipitation is picking up. You can see a little more sheen on the racetrack. Those of you at home watching on DTD TV. And looks like the racetrack is too far gone. The checkers are going to come out, and Ron DeLeese Jr. will win the rain-shortened Hahn Welding Limited Sportsman feature event. So DeLeese gets the victory in the rain-shortened event. Gerard Leclerc, who is right there and had a shot at it, and again came so close. Leclerc still looking for his first win of the season. But tonight it is going to be Ron DeLeese picking up the win in our Hahn Welding Limited Sportsman. And they'll make their way back down into the pit area. As we said, the precipitation got a little bit stronger here. Just strong enough that the track surface had got to the point where they weren't going to turn them loose.